Okay, so this is exam B question 1. And so they basically start out and they give you this array of chars, right? So A, B, C, D, 0 on the terminator. And then they give you an array of char stars, like A, and it's an array of char stars because it's like pointing, this is like a pointer to like this char, right? So it's like a char star. Okay, and then they give you, so they make a smart pointer, and they say it's pointing, so it's pointing to a node char star, but it doesn't really matter because it's like initialized. If you look at the like constructor for smart pointers, you're not really like, you're just using the default constructor, and the default constructor basically just like gives it a null pointer. So like this is pointing, so it's like a null pointer, and then it's pointing to like this little like whatever like one int on the heap. Like doesn't really have a heap, but it's not like this one's not that important. I'll like draw a heap over here later, but I'm like technically that's not a heap, but like yeah. Okay, so so they give you that. Okay, and then they say array of 2 lists, and they're passing in A, they're passing in the size of A, or the size of star A, and then they're passing in this vector V, which they declare like over here on the stack star. Okay, so like you give a vector V. Okay, fine. So if we look at that function, right? So like let's like get out of the scope. Like this is like all in main, okay? But let's look at this like other function. Okay, the array of this function. And so it's saying, okay, assert n is greater than 0, fine. And then it's saying you have a smart pointer that's pointing to a node of some type, and you're calling that head. Okay, so you have the smart pointer right here called head. Okay, and it so the constructor is passing in a new node, and okay, so there's a few things going on here. So first of all, the constructor is making, so this is the stack, okay, and this is the, so the constructor is saying, okay, I'm making a node, and the node has like 2 elements here, okay? It has data, and then it has a smart pointer next. So we're only passing in the data element, so we're going to be using the first constructor in this case. Okay, so the data is A of 0, so like this data section is like C A of 0, which is C plus 1. So like this is like a C plus 0, right? No, technically, since it's not actually a C plus 0 because we're passing in A, so like really it's like, since we have a pointer to A that we're passing in, it's like actually like pointing to like the stack, okay, because we pass in a pointer, so it's like really pointing to there. But like, it has to get copied over that, so I'm just gonna put like a C plus 0. But like technically that's pointing to this place on the stack, which is C plus 0. But like I'm just gonna draw it like that, okay? And then we have a smart pointer here, but it's not, so since we passed, like we didn't pass the second parameter into the constructor, we just have a smart pointer with, so here's like a smart pointer, and it's just like pointing to, it's like a null pointer or whatever. Yeah. Okay, and I guess like it's technically pointing to 1 in the heap, but like, okay. So, and then we're making a new smart pointer called tail. And we're passing head into the constructor. So when you do that, basically, okay, so head is pointing here. So when you do that, basically everything that head is pointing to, oh, so head is also pointing to this one, like that. Okay, yeah, so everything that head is pointing to, tail is going to point to, because that's what the constructor for smart pointers does. So this tail is now going to point the same place here, it's going to point the same place here, and this is going to get incremented to 2. Okay. And so now we're saying head our next equals tail. So this is head, right? So this is like head, and we're saying head our next means that we're dereferencing whatever it's pointing to. So we're getting this, and then we're saying next, which is this, and we're saying that this smart pointer is equal to the tail. Okay, so again, this is a smart pointer, we're setting equal to this smart pointer. So all we're doing then is we are saying, okay, like we're decrementing this count by 1, and so like that turns to 0, so like this stuff. So this gets like these things get deleted. And notice it's actually okay to delete this 0 right here because it's like a null pointer, so it's like fine. But yeah, okay. So this points to the same thing that tail was pointing to, which is the node. So this points here, and then this points here. This is figure out. Okay. So now we enter this for loop. And so I'm actually going to get rid of this number because there's going to be like a lot of clutter with arrows and things. So we'll like come back to numbers later, and you can draw it when you're counting the reference. And like a good way to count it is like, okay, like what's the reference count to head? What's head pointing to? It's pointing to that, and how many other things are pointing to it? 2 other things, like this is pointing to it, and so is this. So the reference count is 3. But like we'll come back to that. But I'm gonna get rid of these numbers for now. They'll come back later, but it's gonna look a lot neater if we get rid of these. So okay. Yeah. Because then it's also clear to like follow the arrow to see what it's pointing to. So that and okay. So this is what our diagram looks like. And now it's saying for in I equals 1, okay, I is less than n, I equals plus. So we're gonna make a smart pointer on the stack, right? Smart pointer on the stack. So we have this smart pointer, okay. And we're gonna pass in, we're gonna make a new node right here. And this new node is gonna have c plus 1. Now again, technically it's actually a pointer to a of 1, which is like c plus 1, but like, yeah, but for now I'm just putting it there because it makes it neater. Okay, so this is c plus 1, and then we are passing in head as the smart pointer. So this is a smart pointer, and it's going to be pointing to the same thing that head is pointing to, because, yeah, it's going to be pointing to the same thing head is pointing to, because it's making, it's like calling the constructor on this smart pointer. Okay, and so remember this is pointing here. Okay, so, and what is head pointing to? Head is pointing to this. Okay, so this is going to be pointing to the same place this is. And now we're saying tail. So let's look at the right-hand side of this expression first. So we're saying tail our next equals xp equals sp. So tail, okay, here's your tail. And so the arrow dereferences like what is pointing to, so this. And now this dot next. So this dot next equals sp, which is this. But this is a smart pointer, this is a smart pointer, so whatever this was pointing to, this is also going to point to, and this is pointing here. Okay? So this next is going to be pointing to this node. Yeah. Okay. Because before, remember it was pointing here, like that. Like, so now we're saying, okay, it's not pointing to the same node anymore. It's pointing to this next node, like that. Okay. So now this node has 2 things pointing to it, this, and it also has this SP. Okay, and now we're saying, okay, assign the result of that expression, which is just this SP, to tail. So we're saying, okay, fine. So tail is going to be pointing to the same place that SP is, and SP is pointing here. So get rid of this, and tail is now pointing to this thing. Okay. So, and then we're going to do the same thing again. So we're going to say, okay, we're going to make a new FB, which is pointing to this thing. Okay, c plus 2. And this has a smart pointer, which is, we're setting equal to head. So it's going to be pointing to the same thing head is pointing to, which is this. Okay, and now we're saying tail dot. So this is tail, and we're dereferencing it, so we're getting this, and then we're saying tail dot next. So this thing, we're going to set it equal to whatever this smart pointer, which we just made, is pointing to. So it's going to be pointing here. So that is going to be pointing there, and then we're going to set tail to the result of that, which is just this SP. So tail is going to be pointing to the same thing this smart pointer is pointing to. So tail will now point here. Okay, and then we're going to do that again because I is still less than n. That was 4, by the way, because if you just do like what is it, the size of a divided by the size of a0, I think. No, size of a divided by, yeah, like size of star a. So it's just like, because this is 32, because you have 8 charged stars, divided by the size of this thing, which is 8, so 32 over 8 is 4, so that's why n is 4. So this is the last time we're going to do it. And so you have this, c plus 3, and you're saying the smart pointer is pointing to the same place head is pointing, which is here. Okay, and then you're saying that, so we're making another smart pointer here, right? So like here, and it's pointing to this. Okay, this is the new one that we made. It's pointing to that, and now we're going to say tail.next with SP. SP, so tail is pointing here, so now we do referencing at this, so now this next, not going to be pointing to the head anymore. It is going to be pointing to this. Because it's going to be pointing to the same place this is pointing to, which is that. And then we're going to say, okay, assign tail to the outcome of that, which is this. So tail is going to be pointing wherever this is pointing, and this is pointing right here, because of the new node that we just made. So we're going to say, okay, tail is not pointing there anymore. Tail is now pointing here. Okay. Yeah. And that's pointing to there. Okay, fine. So now we're going to say, we have a pointer to this vector over here, right? And we're going to say, okay, basically, we're going to push back the head and the tail from the stack here onto this vector. Because, yeah, we have a pointer to it, and we're calling the arrow function on it. So we're like dereferencing what it's pointing to, and then we're invoking like the dot thing. So it's basically like this dot push back this and this. So okay, that's fine. So now we have this, and like notice how we can modify this with this function because we passed in a pointer. We didn't pass in the actual thing. So we're like have a pointer to it. So fine. So we're pushing back the head, and we're pushing back the tail. Except one important thing here. So I'm gonna make the heap of this thing. I'm gonna get rid of this one again. Like that's fine. So here's the heap, and whenever you push back, you actually make a copy of it on the heap. So like when you push back, you push out the heap. So this is going to be yeah. Okay. So you're pushing back the head and then the tail. Okay. So you have the head and you have the tail here. Fine. But so you did that, and now the function, this await this function, we're leaving the scope. Okay. So when you leave the scope, what's going to happen? Well, these three things are going to go away because they're just like smart pointers that we put on the stack. So like fine, these are going to go away, and these are going to stay here because like I mean these are going to roll up too, but we kind of like preserve these on the heap, but these ones are going to go away. So what you end up with is like, so since we copied this into the heap, you're going to get this. So this is pointing to this node, right? Like, just like it was there, c plus 0. Then you have another smart pointer here, which is pointing to c plus 1 with another smart pointer that's pointing to c plus 2 with another smart pointer that is pointing to c plus 3 with another smart pointer that is pointing to this. And what is tail pointing to? Tail is pointing to the last one. Okay, so tail is pointing there. Okay, but notice that we don't have these because, like, these weren't related to, like, these three smart pointers weren't related to the head and the tail. All we did was push the head and the tail. And, like, that's fine, like, whatever, it's fine. These are going to roll up, like, they're going to get deleted. But notice the really important thing here is that these are going to get deleted. But normally, when you delete this, like, when a smart pointer gets deleted, or like not like removed, it's gonna say okay, like it's gonna get rid of this, right? And then it's gonna say if the reference count is 0 now, like delete this thing. But the reference count isn't 0 here because this is still pointing to that. And like saying all these cases, so these are gonna stay here on heap. So when you copy it over, like you're still gonna have this. Okay. So this is what you end up with on the heap. And now I'm gonna really start answering the questions. Well, okay. So the first question says print the size of A. Okay. So size of A, we talked about that before. So A is just 4 char stars, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a char star is just a pointer, so 8 bytes. Okay, fine. So that's 8 times 4, 32. Okay. So that's your first question. Second question, print v dot end minus v dot begin. So this is v, and v dot end is this. V dot begin is this. So you're basically subtracting these two like smart pointers. And the general rule for like subtracting like pointers or subtracting pointers is you want the total number of bytes. You want to take the total number of bytes, so the number of bytes divided by the number of bytes of like the type. So like, actually wait. The number of bytes of the type that it's pointing to. The number of bytes of the type that is pointing to. I don't know, maybe like don't think of it as a formula. Like there's a formula, like something on a listserv, but I don't know. Like okay, basically it's like you have this and you have this. And what's the size of head? Head is a smart pointer, and head is a smart pointer, which has 2 pointers in it. Okay, so this takes up 16 bytes, and this takes up 16 bytes, right? And so this is 32 bytes in total. But like each one of these is 16 bytes, so you just have like 2 things. But like here's like 1 and here's the other. So there's like another. So the answer is 2 because you're subtracting that. So it's like, okay. And then, so now we're printing v0. Okay, does v0 dot max equal v1? Okay, well, so this is v0, right? This is 10, and this is v1. This is 10. So v0 dot next is just like this node, right? And v1 is 10. So is that equal? No. Like that's not saying. So this is the one. Okay. Now we're saying does null SP equal null? So this is your null SP, right? And when you set it equal, when you do double equal sign null, you're actually implicitly casting like a void star in front of it. And so when you do that, if you look at what void star does for a smart pointer, it just returns the native pointer. So basically, like is like if you just had like a pointer like this, like p and it's pointing to 0, and you said does that equal null? Like does p equal null? The answer is yes. So it's like the same thing, like because really this is like null SP is like this, and it has like a whatever like pointer here, like that is pointing to 0, and like then there's like whatever is pointing to like the 1 or whatever. But like this, you're just saying that, and you're saying does p equal 0, and the answer is yes. So yeah. So the answer to that is 1. And then we're saying, okay, classify pointer v0. So v0 is that way. And classify pointer says basically, so if p contains an address on the stack, it'll print stack, same with p, whatever. So this is p, okay? And p contains this address, okay? And this address is on the heap because, I mean, it's like we newed it in there, and we newed it in there, and then we put this on the heap. So this is on the heap too. So the answer to this one is heap because this contains an address in the heap. Okay, and now we're saying classify pointer v0.data. So here is our v0, and we're going to say, okay, the IOD references whatever it's pointing to, which is this. And the data is this. Now this is what I was talking about before. When I was seeing 0 there, I just did that because it was convenient. But really, it's pointing to A of 0, or yeah, a of 0, which, so like, really, this is actually like this. It's pointing to this thing in the stack, which is that. And so the address of this is in the stack, so it's in the stack. Okay, and then v0.next. So I'm just gonna actually write this back as c40. But that's important to realize, like, yeah. Okay, so then v0.next is that point. And where does that point point? It points to that, which is in the heap. So this is heap. And then classify pointer, a pointer to null SP, so like ampersand this, so I mean, that's just gonna be like a pointer to that. And this is on the stack because like, we didn't do it or anything, it's like showing on the stack. It's just like, it's like these ones, remember, they go like when the stack goes up and away. So this is stack. Okay, so print v0.data. So v0, this, and data is that. So we're looking again at this. And if you were to actually print, if you were just like forget all about it, right? And you just said in the terminal print c plus 0, that's like saying print like c, right? And c is an array of chars. So it's just a string, right? You have an alternator there, so it'll stop. So like, if you were to just say like print c plus 0, like in the whatever, like command line or a C program, it will just print ABCD because it's not exactly the same, but it's sort of like you're saying like char star c equals ABCD. Yeah, because like the null terminator there isn't listed. Like, there's a difference between those two, but like, for like printing wise, it's the same. Yeah. So this is gonna print ABCD. Okay. So let's like move our answers somewhere. Okay. Let's just like move them like here. Okay. ABCD. And then we're gonna say print v1.data. So this is c plus 1. So c plus 1 is gonna start here, right? So that's gonna be just BCD. Oh, no, sorry, my bad. Actually, v1.data. So this is v0, this is v1. So v1 is the tail, so you look at the data of that. That's c plus 3. So c plus 3 is d, so it's going to print d. Okay, so print a of 2. So a is this, 0, 1, 2, literally the same thing. C plus 0, C plus 1, C plus 2, that's just cd. So print the reference count of v0. Okay, so v0 is this. And the reference count just basically means like, this is pointing to this, right? And what else, how many other things are pointing to this? This is, and so is this. So the reference count of that is just gonna be 2. Then the reference count of v0.next, so of this. Only one other thing is pointing to that, this one pointer. So that is going to be 1. And then the reference count of v1 is saying, so this is pointing to this, but this is also pointing to that. So there are 2 things pointing to it. So the reference count is 2. So print the type of a plus 4. So 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it goes one beyond. But like the type is still char star. Oh, well, actually no, it's not. Like, okay, what is the type of this? So this is an array of char stars, right? But the actual like c plus 1. So like this is a char star star because you have an array of chars, but then if I just said like a plus 1, that is just like a pointer to like here, which is just it's a pointer to a char star, which is a char star star. So I mean, even though you run one past it, that's fine. It's still a char star star. So that's a char star star. Then print the type of v0.next. So here's your v0. v0.next is that. That's a smart pointer to a node like char star. So that is going to be a Smart pointer. I'm trying to look at the syntax here. So, wait, we're printing the type of v0.x, which is that. So that's a smart pointer to a, actually, no, wait, so that's a smart pointer, and it's to a node char star. I think that's why I don't have the answer here, but let me just like see. Smart pointer though, yeah. What is it pointing to? It's pointing to that, which is a node char star. I think that's right, yeah. Then print type of v0.getPointer. So that is basically just saying like, what is this pointing to? And that is pointing to this, which is just a node char star. Okay. And I will do the other questions in another video.